Boys, what a fucking weekend. Dallas Cowboys lose on a pick six in overtime. That's how you got to start off the fucking homemade takes episode today. First episode coming live with a video feed of myself, coming to YouTube as well as SoundCloud. But crazy weekend. Dansby Swanson to the Cubs. We had JD Martinez to the Dodgers, among other things. But yeah, man. The Bills won a tight one last night. Crazy day of fantasy football today. Jerick McKinnon going off. Maybe I picked the wrong Chiefs running back. I was big on Isaiah Pacheco, but McKinnon might be the guy. I don't know. I might have to scavenge the waiver wire a bit. But yeah. I'd like to hear what you guys got going on in the comments as far as fantasy football playoff matchups, your thoughts on MLB free agency, among other things. But yeah, that's how we're going to kick this episode off. We're going to talk a little NFL. I'm going to check the updates a little bit as far as scores go. But let's see here. The Saints pull out a win. Falcons defense is so bad. How'd Desmond Ritter look? Let's see. Desmond Ritter, no passing touchdowns. Let's see his numbers, though. 97 passing yards. He took 4 sacks, didn't throw a pick. 38 rushing yards. The Saints defense is tough, man. Lions beat the Jets. Zach Wilson sucks. Eagles win a close one against the Bears. I heard Justin Fields got banged up a little bit, and I think they should shut him down for the year, man. He's their future. You don't want to risk him in a fucking year that you're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Steelers win. Trubisky goes out and gets a fucking win. Wow. Chiefs they went to overtime with the Texans. Come on, man. The Bills are the team in the AFC, I think. Bills are the Bengals, man. I'm not sold on the Chiefs. Tyreek Hill was a big loss. But that's the NFL today. That's the 1 o'clock slate, at least. I'm recording this. 4:30 slate's about to kick off. But we had some college basketball last night. Carolina got a win. UCLA beat Kentucky by 10. I thought they would have beat them by a little more. That game wasn't that close. Gonzaga, Drew Timme is still in college. Are you serious? He had fucking 29 against Alabama. He's in his 8th year. Dude's still in fucking college. Houston beat Virginia. Virginia's tough. Virginia's going to win the ACC. They're the only legit team in the ACC right now. Carolina. They fucking limped past Ohio State. Duke sucks. John Shire's not going to fucking bring them anywhere. But Kansas, I'm surprised Kansas beat Indiana the way they did by 22. Bill Self is underrated. He's one of the best how are you one of the best coaches of all time and you're still underrated? Criminally underrated. He didn't get enough credit for winning the chip last year, I think. I'm a North Carolina fan. The way they fucking dominated all year and went through the tournament was impressive to me. But yeah, man. I gotta adjust my predictions a little bit now for MLB for what I think is gonna fucking happen. I think the Braves might be the third team in the NL East now. Dansby Swanson's a big loss, and I like him going to the Cubs. I'm not sure why. Him and Bellinger, Nico, middle infield's gonna be legit. I think Bellinger's gonna have a good year, but I think the best thing for the Cubs is that they can, if he comes out and goes crazy in the first half, and they're not projected to reach their full potential as a team, they can dump him. He's on a 1-year deal. So if he goes out and goes crazy first half, dump him for prospects. Get everything you can for him. That's what like teams like the Dodgers signing Syndergaard. That's what a 1 year contract is good for. That's why I'm hoping Josh Donaldson goes out and goes fucking crazy in the first half. He's gonna hold his own on the defensive end, but if he can hit and show teams that like maybe it was the shift, that's why he fucking sucked last year. Maybe it was the shift. Then they can get something for him. They can get out of the contract. But it's going to be a big first half for a lot of teams. It's going to be an interesting trade deadline. But the Yankees, they need a left fielder, man. They still need a left fielder. I think it's going to take some time before that move is made. I don't think it's going to be Brian Reynolds. I think the upcoming prospects are too good and they mean too much to this Yankee organization just to get moved. And I think Jason Dominguez, you want him to exceed Brian Reynolds. So what are you going to trade him for at, how old is Jason Dominguez? Let's see. He can't be 20. There's no way he's 20. He is 19. So what are you going to trade him at 19 for? He's projected to get called up not this season, but next season. And I wouldn't think that it's going to be at the beginning of the season. It's probably going to be something like they did with Peraza last year. I'd like Volpe to get called up around All-Star break of this year. And then probably the same for Dominguez the following year. The good thing about Brian Reynolds, though, is that he's under team control for the next 3 years at $6 million. So that's why the Pirates want so much for him. We'll see how desperate he gets in his trade request. Because if he comes out and says, I'm not going to play, and I'd like to see him give a list of destinations. If the Yankees are listed as a destination, maybe the asking price moves a little bit. The Yankees have made deals with the Pirates before, so we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. They got Clay Holmes and Jameson Tyone from the Pirates, and they won those trades pretty drastically, so maybe that changes things. Maybe the Pirates don't want to deal with the Yankees anymore. But also, the relationship has been proven. They just gave up and they just gave him Andujar. So it's a team that the Yankees have worked with, gotten deals done with. So maybe something happens. I'd prefer Dalton Varsho. He's my pick for who I want to see as the left fielder opening day. The reason I don't want Oswaldo Cabrera to be everyday left fielder is because he's too versatile to be an everyday starter at one position. Because say LeMahieu's foot's fucked up. So say he comes back and he's not the guy he was before he fucked his foot up. If Oswaldo's your starting left fielder and you need him to play second base, there's no who's going to play left field then? Stanton? Then he's going to get fucking hurt. So I like the versatility of a Dalton Varsho. I like he can catch. He can be your backup utility catcher. I think that opens up more things. I think you can dump Higgy at that point. Maybe Higgy and Hicks for a reliever. I think Gleyber Torres. I love Gleyber Torres, and I love that he's so young and he's shown that he can produce, especially in big moments. Not as much recently, but when he first came up. And I think he's just going to be a victim to how many middle infielders the Yankees have, not only on the roster now, but coming up. And the Josh Donaldson, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa trade was fucking terrible. I understand you want to dump Gary Sanchez, but Gio Urshela is a better third baseman than John. Well, at least he had a better year last year than Josh Donaldson did. You could have DFA'd Gary. Then you don't got to deal with Donaldson's contract. And you can I know Gleyber doesn't want to play shortstop, but he can play shortstop. Or Peraza could have played the full year last year. And then you don't call him up, a month before the playoffs start, and then throw him out there in the ALCS and expect him to fucking contribute. Kid made some plays in the ALCS, but he's not gonna fucking go out there and be Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena played a full year. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I trust Brian Cashman. I trust Hal Steinbrenner. I do. They've earned that with bringing Aaron Judge back and signing Carlos Rodon, but they've earned the benefit of the doubt for the rest of the offseason. And that's a lot coming from me compared to the last couple of years. But they still got a ways to go. You need a bat. Carlos Rodon's not going to go out there and go fucking 3 for 5 against Christian Javier and fucking drive in 5 runs. He can't fucking do everything. He can't hit. I saw a meme of him fucking hitting the double, RBI double. The Yankees need some of that, man. I mean, they need someone to fucking hit. Dalton Varsho, I think, is the answer. Should be less expensive than Reynolds. And he's better than Kepler. But I mean, as much as I hate to say it, because I like the Yankees that come up. I like the Yankees that come up through the system. I like the Yankee for life guys. And I could see a sell high on Nestor Cortez or Luis Severino. I'm worried about Nestor. I really am. I love Nestor Cortez. I love what he's done for the Yankees. I love the nasty Nestor thing. But he's a 5'10" left-hander that throws max 94, averages out at about 92. How long is he going to keep this herky jerk motion? I mean, leg kick shit going. I think he's going to get fucking touched up this year. And I know everyone's saying the Yankees have the best rotation in baseball. That's mostly because of the 4 and 5 guys. That's mostly because Luis Severino and Frankie Montas could be aces anywhere else. I think Kadai Senga is a better third starter than Nestor Cortez is. I think he's going to have a better year this year. I love Nestor, but the guy that throws 92, how long is he going to be top of the fucking – how long is he going to have a 2 ERA? I think it's going to be closer to mid-3s to 4 this year. I'd love to be wrong. I hope I am wrong, but I could also see Brian Cashman thinking the way I think and selling high on him, bringing in someone else, or trusting the guys that are coming up. Luis Gil. I was always a big fan of Davey. Clark Schmidt. I think I like Clark Schmidt. I'm not sure why I like Clark Schmidt, but he's young. He's young too. And I mean, I know he got touched up a little bit in the playoffs, but he's a young kid. And the rotation stayed outside of Severino, stayed extremely healthy last year. I'm not sure if that keeps up either. It'd be something to watch. I could see them moving one of Nestor or Severino, though, and I would hate to see it because I love both of those guys and what they've done for the Yankees, for the Bronx, and for New York baseball. I love Nestor, man. I got a nasty Nestor shirt. I fucking love the story of him taking the subway to games. I love the dugout shit with the fucking bubble gum, but he throws 92. Cutter fastball. I think he's gonna have to develop some real fucking breaking stuff to be that guy again. We'll see what happens, but I hope I'm wrong. think Kadai Singh is a better third starter than him right now, though. And Dansby Swanson leaving the NL East is huge for the Mets. It's huge. Because, yeah, you get Sean Murphy in Atlanta, but who's going to play shortstop now? I could see them going to the trade market a little bit. Maybe they go get someone like Willie Adames. It just worked with the Braves. I mean, they sent Contreras there. Need a shortstop now. Maybe the Phillies just passed them too. Taijuan Walker, Trey Turner, and at least is legit. And I mean, the Marlins aren't going to be good, but they could play the little spoiler. Got Sandy, they got Jazz Chisholm, they got some guys. Could be sneaky for sure. But yeah, that's about it. It might be a quicker episode. Ryan Tannehill carted to the locker room on a brutal injury. Fuck, I hate to see that. No. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. He was a fucking dog at Liberty, but I don't know. He's looked like shit as a pro so far. He can't throw. He's not a Lamar Jackson. Maybe he's young. We'll see what happens. But this is out late last night. I'm gonna log off for now. And if any big news comes out, follow Breadbasket TV on Twitter and Instagram. Keep you updated. The UFC was solid card last night. Bobby Green got knocked the fuck out. And Nurmagomedov won. And Jared Cannonier won. I gotta watch that fight back. I'm hearing some people say that was a screw job, a little bit of a fucking highway robbery. People think Sean Strickland won. I gotta watch it back. But and Messi wins the World Cup. So solidifies himself as probably the GOAT of soccer, I would think. It's fucking phenomenal. It's one of the best ever, if not the best. One of the best athletes of all time. Happy to see him go out there and do that. I thought France was going to win. I'm happy that Argentina did win. I'm happy for Messi. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening. Share, subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what's going on with you guys as far as fantasy football goes. I had the bye. Josh Allen went out there and went fucking crazy. But we'll see what happens with Derrick Henry now that Malik Willis is probably going to be a starting quarterback for the rest of the year. That might hurt him a little bit, but he's got Houston next week, I think. So you know what Derrick Henry does to Houston. Just hopping back in quick. Austin Eckler going into the medical tent. Just got word. That's huge for fantasy implications. I wanted to talk a little bit. I forgot Giants and Commanders tonight in Washington, I believe. The Giants need this win. Giants need it. I'd like to see them ride Saquon. Daniel Jones, I mean, the kid's got potential. Don't get me wrong. He's an athlete. He can run. He's got an arm on him. He's got no receivers. I think Kenny Galladay is a better talent than given credit for recently. He had those couple of years in Detroit. Darius Slayton is not a number one. And I think I like Brian Daboll as a head coach. Maybe the one thing I would change is I'd like to see them stop running it with Saquon up the gut. I've watched Saquon all year because I have him on my fantasy team. And I'm from New York. So I watch Giants games or what I get locally. I watch Red Zone, but when there's a local game on, I watch the Giants. And Saquon is, as far as talent, running back talent goes in the NFL, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's top tier. Maybe Austin Eckler, but Saquon's right there. And they need to get him incorporated. I'd like to see him in the passing game. Like a more of a Alvin Kamara. Throw him the little screen passes. Throw him the little, on a wheel route. Get him involved. You don't have to run it up the gut. Hand it off to him fucking 40 times. Hand it off to him 15. Give him fucking 7 targets. That helps Daniel Jones too. That security blanket's big for a young quarterback. Especially Chase Young's not playing, but that Commanders defense is feisty. They could fucking get after the quarterback, man. It's gonna be a good one. I'm definitely gonna tune in. Friday Night SmackDown was it was a nice episode. I like the Bray Wyatt LA Knight feud. I'd like to see them at some point let Bray wrestle. I'm following the storyline and it's a cool storyline. I like all the promos and stuff. LA Knight is a fucking god on the mic. But let's get some in-ring Bray Wyatt. And I'd like to see them push Alexa. I want to see either Bray Wyatt move to Raw or Alexa Bliss come to SmackDown. I think it's gonna tie in with the Alexa Bliss Bianca Belair match. I think something's gonna happen there, but and Kevin Owens and John Cena versus Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. When are they gonna take the belts off the Usos, man? They're fighting the fucking what is it? What is the fucking that joke of a fucking tag team? I hate them. I don't even. What are they called? What the fuck are they called? Top Dollar. Come on. What are they trying to be fucking JTG Crime Time? Come on, man. Stop with the fucking gimmicky shit. The Acclaimed is a better fucking tag team than that. I don't know. Why are they getting a fucking tag team championship match either? I'd rather see Alpha Academy. Chad Gable's a wizard. He's got fucking Otis. I don't know. I don't know, man. Top Dollar. Come on. That's a joke. But I can't wait for the Rumble. I was predicting that Riddle would be back for the Rumble, but the whole failed drug testing, I'm not sure. I think Cody Rhodes comes back and wins that. I think either Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins. And I think whoever does win that takes at least one belt off Roman at WrestleMania. But yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to hop in quick because of the Austin Eckler, and I forgot to talk Sunday Night Football. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys again.